Yo, welcome back for part two. I told you guys that I would have two podcasts back to back with two amazing artists. First one, I did Edward. Sorry again if I say your name wrong. Dope artist, bro. Song Cry coming out on the 3rd, and he has something else dropping on the 24th. Dick. Just by that word alone, the song should be awesome. But now I have our special guest, amazing artist from what I can see. But I'm interested to talk to him and hear his story about his music, future projects, what he's been up to. And I believe he has new music dropping. So I shall add him to this Keep It 100 podcast show discussion so I can talk with him real quick. Hello, for sure. Waiting for our guest to join.
Yo.
What's good, bro?
What's goody?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, Terrell.
Sorry, late.
Excuse my niece and nephews in the background, but yeah.
Sorry, I'm late, but
All good.
I was signing something. So, yeah, but welcome to our Keep It 100 podcast show.
I appreciate you for having me on.
And I did not introduce you because I don't like saying individuals' names wrong.
Okay.
I prefer you to introduce yourself and speak a little bit what you're up to currently.
Cool. Well, I'm Desi. Originally from Greensboro, North Carolina, 35 years old. I'm the oldest of 7. I come from a family where, education was important. My grandmother pushed that. She raised me. And I've been doing music since middle school. So yeah, I'm just here right now, doing what I do, man.
For sure. And far as you being an artist, do you compare your style to anyone, or are you unique and a unique artist in your own way?
I would have to say I'm unique in my own way. I do seem to create more of the R&B style music. When it's all said and done, I want to be a songwriter. I do believe that it's just not lucrative, but it's also therapeutic for me, and for some reason it's pretty easy for me to come up with lyrics for some reason, like when I hear any kind of beat. But R&B is kind of my style. I do a lot of hip hop too. I did a mixtape that was all hip hop, but it really wasn't me all the way. It was me being around people and them, showing me the ropes on, how to record and stuff. So it's just like you can hear this piece together. But definitely with this project that I'm working on now that we'll talk about, it's really unique because it's something that I've never done before. I play a few instruments. Like I said, I've been doing music since 7th grade, so I kind of have this this knack for holding a tune. I can say I don't know because I wouldn't classify myself as a singer. It's very different. I mean, you would definitely have to hear my music and let it refresh you in that way.
For sure. And this mixtape that you were just speaking of,
Yeah.
how am I able to find the mixtape?
It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Music. It's on the platforms. I released it in 2012, but I distributed it in 2018. So you can go to Desi artist page. It's a few of us, but you'll see the picture. And it's on there. Yeah.
How many tracks are on there?
I want to say it's about 9 tracks on there. 9 to 10 tracks. Let's look at that right quick. I want to say about 9 tracks. I haven't really went back and listened to it in a while. But yeah.
Ooh, for sure. That's that'll get me vibing to that.
That what now?
Oh, 9 tracks is cool. Like that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty, like, for my first time starting. It was all, underground stuff. So it's in a closet, in my room, stuff like that. Really didn't have anything to do with the engineer. My very first time going to the studio, I wrote my first 3 songs, and I went in there, I memorized them, and I paid like $350. I remember it was in College Park. I never forget these people. And I remember how the studio made me feel because they didn't know me. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? But that was really, that was a shaker for me, because it let me know that, when it's all said and done, you need to invest in yourself, because nobody's going to hear your vision or, see your vision like you're going to see it and be able to portray it to the people. So yeah, that was probably the most interesting time dealing with that particular project.
for
Yeah.
sure. And as far as now, like, how is it in the studio now when you go? Are you like getting your like a little bit more now?
Yeah. Well, right now I'm piecing together my own shit so I can do it myself.
Hmm.
But since I moved back to North Carolina, um, I've worked with Medley Records. They're in Asheboro. I've
Oh,
worked with them, and they're pretty good with what they do. Um, the engineer I worked with, I feel as though he was able to put together some things that I didn't see coming, that I was proud of. Um, but I am still looking for that home. But I believe that home is probably going to be in my corridors. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to really, really get to that right now.
for sure. Sounds good. What about like the pandemic? Like, is that affecting you going to the studio?
Yeah.
And
So with my project now, Major More Greater Weight, I was supposed to start recording that in January,
uh-huh.
when I moved back, and I was supposed to work with Sky Mountain Studios here in Greensboro, North Carolina. But the pandemic broke out, and I had this block of time, chunked out for the whole entire project that I really wanted to get my hands on, because they worked with me as far as price. I was confident in what they had going on. I listened to their stuff. I talked to the people, and it just tore everything down, man, because like I didn't see it coming. So then, like, having to reach around and find different people, it was a pain, dude, because I really wanted to work with them people. I really did, but it happened. So I found Medley Records, and I appreciate them for what they were able to do. But yeah, I got to get it done. One of my songs on the project Coming Down talks about that very thing. Regardless of what you're going through, you got to win. There is no lose. You can be going through hard times, you can be going through good times, but by any means necessary, you got to get there.
For sure. Sounds good. And as far as like you an artist, like you say you're working with this current record label, correct?
Yeah,
But
but
are you
not like working with them like anything, signed or anything like that. I just needed to record and them to get my project together. That's all that was.
okay? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
one of
that's all it was. So I'm still like a record label or being signed. I mean, I also thought about opening my own. My brain is always going. I would open up my own shit if I could, but I'm looking for that home, bro. I'm looking for that home where I can, come in and get to work. You know what I'm saying, without any hangups. You know what I'm saying. I know
Mhm.
it takes money to be in this industry, and where I'm in my life right now, what I'm doing is devoted towards that. So I'm comfortable with that. I just need to find that home so I can feel good about spending that money. You know what I'm saying, or just working and getting it together.
For sure. Okay. And another question about the pandemic.
Okay.
Due to the pandemic, like, are you have you found out anything new about yourself as an artist? Like, have you discovered anything new?
Yeah, I have. So like, so Major More Greater Weight is the first part of a 2-part project. Originally, it was supposed to be a 14-track album, but when COVID happened, some friends and I were talking, and it was like, hey, do 2 EPs real quick. You can make some noise like that. Then you can come back in the wintertime, and then you can still keep it going. I was like, cool, So the first part, God gave me a lot of stuff to sing.
Uh-huh.
I would classify myself as a lyricist. However, by being in band and all the other, marching band and stuff like that, I'm able to hear pitches and stuff, so I can hold a note. But I would never see myself as being a singer. But with the out of the 7 tracks, only 1 is rapping. Oh, excuse me, two are rap. I'm rapping. So
Okay.
God gave me all of those singing words, and I'm kind of kind of shocked about it, but I'm proud of what I did. As far as message, as far as being able to be confident in reaching the people that want to hear it, I feel good about it.
Okay. Sounds good. And far as I want to say inspiration, do you have anyone or any artists that inspire you to get into the music industry?
Mm. Definitely Brandy. She's by far my favorite singer. The Vocal Bible. Um, she's been my favorite singer since 4th grade. So listen to how she, interprets music is very beautiful to me. I feel like I try to compare it to like Beyonce. Think about this. Does Beyonce have one song? No, y'all forgive me when I say this. Now, this is just me. But look, Beyonce to me doesn't have one song that will make you cry. If you're going through something, you can put it in. I'm not going to find myself crying, but for any situation I'm going through with Brandy, I put the bitch in, and I'm where I need to be. So she's a very big inspiration. Her and her family, the whole family thing. Ray J, Sonya, her dad, everything they got going on right there. I really like that. I think my family is trying to be striving towards something like that. More of a dynasty feel.
For sure. Sounds good. That actually ties into my next question. As far as the top five, whether it be current top 5 artists, whether it be yeah, whether it be R&B, it can be rap, it could be hip hop. It doesn't have to be any certain order.
Okay, top 5. Brandy. Number 2, I would have to say Rich Homie Quan.
Okay.
Rich Homie Quan is my boy. Um, then I'll say Chris Brown. I'm just be honest. Chris Brown, hands down, is the best singer, best male singer that I've ever heard. Um, Michael Jackson,
Okay.
definitely. And then Mahalia Jackson. Mahalia Jackson is the old gospel artist.
For sure. That's a dope top 5 though. For sure. It's different.
Yeah.
You are you are interviewed number 98
Wow. That's
within
a lot.
within 3 months. So I've heard a
Good
lot
job.
of fives. Thank you. We appreciate it. I've heard a lot of top 5s since April 9th. And
Okay.
I haven't heard Brandy or Chris Brown in those top 5s. So this one's different in itself.
Yeah.
So I rocks with your top 5, bro, for sure.
Appreciate that.
For sure. Okay. Back to my questions I have for you. Um Long-term goals as an artist. Where are you trying to ultimately where do you ultimately see yourself long term?
I see myself writing songs for people, whoever I call up and say, hey, I got a song for you. That's what I want to do. I want to call somebody and say, hey, this song is yours. Here you go. And I don't want them to see it coming. I just want to write it, and I know that I'm writing in that direction,
Mm-hmm.
and just deliver it. I do believe the money's gonna come behind it, but believe it or not, that's just something I would do. So my end goal is that. But we can speak about like for the next 2 years probably. Just getting the music out there, letting people, hear my ability to write, and put things together. Um, yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
I hit the stage a lot in 2012, and I kind of like got burnt out on it. So for about 3 years, I took a break. But now with me getting back, I know that all of that stuff I did in 2012, it didn't get me where I wanted to go. So I got to do all of that stuff plus more. So
All
I'm
right.
ready. I'm ready.
For
Yeah.
sure. Um, Next question I have. This is about qualities as an artist
Okay.
bring to the table. As an artist, what do you think you bring to the table? You could respond with like 2 or 3 answers. It's up to you. Like
Okay.
think you what you think you personally bring to the table as an artist.
So I know I'm going to bring, for men especially, I'm going to bring um, a sense of refreshness because I'm able to discuss things and talk about things that happen in men's lives that are not, that are stereotypical, or, you know, society looks at them in a certain kind of way. So like IDK Love, which is the first single I released from this project, it talks a lot about, you know, being in love, but I don't even know what love is. So I'm giving you this level of love that I think love is, and I think I want it back from you, but you don't give me that. You give me your definition of love back, but I don't want it because it's not the way I perceive love, you know. And just being able to look inside themselves and be like, look, life is hard because, you know, men got to be tough at all times. You can't cry. You gotta tough it up, take it on the chin. But shit's hard. If you're leading people and people are following, you know, we need some water. We need some food. We need some nourishment. We need support because that shit is hard. So me being able to say what a typical man won't be able to say, like, hey, I cried yesterday. You know, I can't tell you one that'll just come out like that. But the shit's okay, you know. You gotta know who you are.
For sure. Great answer, by the way. Appreciate that answer for sure. Um, if someone wants to find more information about your music, you mentioned like you're on Spotify.
Mm.
You have a website, of course. I saw that.
Yeah.
You have like any other platforms like with your music on it?
I had Reverb Nation back in the day. And it's still up. I think I got like 2 songs on there that's not on any other platforms. But like just right now, just like, you know, Pandora, all the whatever I can distribute to, that's where they are. You'll find Understand This Shit, mixtape #1, and then you'll find a single I released back in August of 19, Make a Move. And Make a Move is actually on Greater Weight. So yeah, bring it around.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set up after so I can make a post about that.
Now I'm excited, man. We got one day.
uh, yeah, I'm excited, bro. Like, there's so much happening right now, and me as a fan of music, like, I'm excited for like everything that's like coming out,
Yeah.
including your project. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna vibe out to that for sure. But let me get back to getting to know you.
All right.
Um, so you mentioned you're currently in North Carolina, but is that like where you're from? Is that where you were like born and raised?
Born and raised. Greensboro, North Carolina.
For,
336.
okay, for sure. And what was the environment like when you like grew up there?
Greensboro, yo. Greensboro is an acquired taste. People here in Greensboro are loyal, but people in Greensboro don't seem to get outside of Greensboro. So it's kind of like, it's a jungle, bro. It's a jungle. I think Greensboro is a jungle. Real shit. I love it. I love my people. You know, I'm coming to the cookout. They coming to the cookout. You know, I ain't gonna let nobody fuck with you. But the mentality, it's not a bad one. It's a mentality of survival here in Greensboro, and it's across the board. It don't matter if it's projects. It don't matter if it's white people. It's survival. And a lot of times, people don't feel like other people are for them. You know, so it's an atmosphere I would want to change. Definitely. I mean, I love it, like I said, but I think we need better. I think we need better, especially with Black Lives Matter. You know, getting out of that black on black violence and stuff like that. You know, it kind of negates everything we're trying to do. So, but I know we can do it though. Greensboro fighters, people from here are fighters.
For sure. I felt the passion when you was talking about that for sure, bro.
And we talk about it every day. This place is off the chain. It's not for everybody.
For sure. Okay, sounds good. And what is the I guess the music vibe like for artists in the area you're in? Like, is it like a lot of artists? Like how is it? How's the vibe
Well,
over there?
since I got back, you know, I really haven't seen anybody really out. You know, got this one guy, K.O. Bracey. He was doing some numbers up here. Um, and there's one guy named D Ice. He was doing some stuff up here too. Outside of that, I haven't been out, so I don't know. Um, I don't know. It's different from Atlanta. You know, there's so many different acts in Atlanta. But the ones who come out up here, you know, they pretty much stick. They're solidified. I just gotta find out who they are.
For sure. Sounds good. Speaking of that, how do you go about like advertising your music, networking? How do you how do you go about doing that? Like as
Well, I'm doing everything myself. So, you know, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm trying to develop my Facebook artist page, and just, you know, just flood it all day if I can. You know, if I can. It's hard because I know that, you know, marketing is money in that too. So you got to budget out that kind of stuff. I got to level up on that. But whatever I can get my hands on. I mean, it's a learning process for me too because I have trust issues. So I really don't want to go to anybody. So I'd rather bump my head and do it that way.
okay.
You know,
Kind of like how I am. I like to figure it out on my own and then just like I'm like I got it, so I'm just gonna go with it.
exactly, exactly. Because you know you can make it look good.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, sounds good. Okay. And my next question is about like it's about future artists you work or
Shut
producers
up,
you work with. um
future artist.
yeah, future artists or producers.
Yeah, so definitely Rich Homie Quan. I'm gonna try to get him on this project right here. I'm trying to come up with 10 bands real quick to get him for this little verse. Because I mean I know he'll do something with the project. Um, I'm thinking about reaching out to Fantasia. I wrote a song a while ago, and I'm trying to get that to her. Um, Somebody else to work with. Summer Walker.
Yeah, bro.
Summer Walker. Definitely Summer Walker.
All right, her dog, she dope. And producers.
Okay. Hold that thought. Hold
For
that thought. Oh.
The rice is not ready. The rice is not ready. Don't eat the rice. Tell you something. The rice is not ready.
Let me tell you.
I'm back for sure.
Yeah.
I guess you like the artists you want to work with.
Yeah.
Uh, what about producers? Do you have any like dream producers eventually you want to work with?
And I can see myself working with Dog Child. I was like his beats and stuff. I mean, Metro Boomin.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Metro Boomin. I was working at Taco Mat in Atlanta. Yo, this is crazy. I had two stories like this, but I'm gonna tell you this one. Look, so I'm serving at Taco Mat, and this dude come in, and I'm like, anybody tell you like to do music? And he was like, yeah, I'm Metro Boomin. I was just like, damn. Like, how you approach somebody like that?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I met him.
for sure. Did you guys like exchange information or it was just like
Nah, we didn't.
okay.
We didn't. I was so hung up on the part that I had not addressed him like I knew who he was and making it seem like, you know, yeah, I kind of got in my head about that.
For sure. And how long were you in Atlanta for?
14 years.
Okay. And were you like doing music at this point when you were out there?
Yeah. So I moved in 2006. But my cousin started dating this guy who was in a little entertainment group or whatever. And I
Uh,
just started writing, you know, recording with them in 2012. And they just went on from there.
for
Yeah.
sure. And were you taught anything like once you were like vibing out with them? Did they teach anything that you took with you on your journey?
Yeah. Like about the different compressions on the microphones and like, you know, stacking and ad libs and stuff like that. For a minute, ad libs was, you know, probably my worst area. So they, you know, had me working on that stuff and just drilling it. You know, it was different levels to recording I didn't even know were there. Because, you know, when you're writing a song, you only got your voice and it's just going.
Hmm.
You know, you don't really hear the extra stuff until you get in the studio. That's what makes it beautiful.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like your progress as an artist so far. What from what you've been telling me, bro. You know, anyway. But I want to now discuss this track you have come out.
Okay.
Or yeah. Um, is there a video shot for that already?
IDK Love has a video on YouTube. It's track number 3 on Major More Greater Wake. Yeah, that's the track I was talking about. So it's a video, visual for that. We're working on Coming Down, which is track 4. Hopefully next week after, we'll be done with that. That's
Okay,
it. To go.
for sure. And far as like the video shooting, like are you learning anything on that end? Like far as like how to shoot videos and music videos and stuff like that?
Yeah, listening to my sister. She's my actually my creative director when it comes to that stuff. So she directed the video. Even though it's very simple, you can look at the storyline that what she saw, and you can see it come out as the song progresses. And I mean, I'm gonna let her do that. I'm gonna let her hold on to that part. I'm gonna just move to what she tell me to move to.
Move left or move right,
But that's right.
for sure. And about how long has that song been out?
It's about almost 3 weeks now.
Okay, and
Yeah, it
what,
was June
what,
10th.
June 10th? Okay. What was the reaction like for that song?
Yo, it's not my favorite song on the project, and everybody, especially my family, because they've already been through the project, but that's their favorite song. So that's why I released it, because the people that I listen to it, they responded it in that kind of way, and I mean, I gave them what they want. If it was up to me, the victim would have been the single, but okay.
Okay, the victim. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, the victim, DAVIC, all one words. Ti.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So, will there be a video for that, or am I gonna have to wait for album?
Yeah, no, I'll probably end it with Coming Down, because I got to work on Epitomize, and not be so much pressed for time this time going into part 2 of the project. So um, I'll probably start incorporating more videos from the next project. Yeah.
And the process like of I guess like setting up a video for like a song you dropped. What's the progress like? Is it difficult or is it like time consuming? Like how does
It's, it's time consuming, especially on the editing part. But usually, we'll go from a thought, and then we'll just, scene it out, and we'll capture scenes different days. We might wake up and be like, oh, what comes up after this? Okay, then, you know, we'll plan it out, then go shoot it, then bring it back. Um, yeah, you just piece it together, you
okay.
know.
Yeah, I always wonder like 'cause I watch YouTube videos on like
Yeah,
some rappers that have the behind the scenes of their music videos. And I was
yeah.
like, I just really like that. That's kind of interesting. So I thought I'd ask you. You're an
Mm.
artist, so thank you
Well,
for.
I'm independent too, so I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
They
different.
might be doing it in a different way.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, and let me jump into my next question I have for
All right.
you. This is strictly about legacy. As an artist and as a brand, like what kind of legacy you want to leave behind?
Um, I need to leave a legacy that people know that they can be triumphant in anything, that they can make it, regardless of the circumstance. I'm someone who has struggled with alcohol and drug usage. I went from dropping out of high school to attending a 4-year university, um, on the president's list, um, and working with the governor of Georgia. You can do it. You just gotta stay focused. A lot of times people start stuff, but they don't finish. That'd be the thing. We start, but we don't finish. You know, we have these ideas, but you got to keep pushing. So with this legacy, it needs to be something that's going to continue to ring, um, and be timeless.
For sure. Dope answer, bro.
I
But
appreciate
which college did you attend?
it. University of North Georgia,
Uh, right.
military college. Yeah.
And major. Did you have more than one major?
Early childhood education and history minor.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure. Sounds good as well. I appreciate your answer on that as well.
Why is that?
But
I said, why is that?
oh, I didn't. There's something different. Like every interview, I learned something different. Literally, I by looking at you, I would have never thought what you told me right now.
Okay.
So that's something different.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got you.
yeah. Because if you didn't tell me that, I would have never thought that. I'm like, oh, really? That's interesting. But yeah, appreciate your answer again on that as well. Next question I have before Instagram starts acting weird because you give me like a little 2 minute timer after hour, of course.
For real.
Yeah, I could see the timer. You can't. So,
Oh, got you. Oh, got you. Got you.
like, if it happens, I'll let you know.
Okay.
But back to talking to you and learning more about you. By the way, um, far as merchandise, do you have that? Or are you planning to come out with that as well?
Yeah, I mean, I got a few T-shirts and like little stuff to sport on my website right now. www.Desi.of.ubn. But yeah, I'm a delve into that a little bit more.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's just a little starting point right now.
yeah, for sure. What about upcoming upcoming plans? Not, I know you told me about your music, but like, do you have anything else in the works that you can technically talk about?
Mm, not really. Outside of the release party, I was supposed to have one on Friday, but COVID and everything, so we're gonna move it back to November 27th, Black Friday weekend. So just planning for that, making sure that's big as it can be. Yeah, that's the next biggest thing I'll be planning on. I'm gonna put the whole thing together myself. Yeah.
For sure. Okay, sounds good. And I remember earlier you mentioned that as far as freestyling, lyricists,
Lyricist.
yeah, there you go. Make two up for a second. But where do you think that came from? Did how did you like develop that as far as like a lyricist?
Hmm. I'm gonna keep it 100. So after the marching band, my freshman, sophomore, and junior year, I was a stunt man on a cheerleading team,
uh,
and I used to write the cheers for them. And I started realizing that I was putting the shit together like that, and the way they were responding to it. So I took that and put it over here, and it just worked. It just worked. I'm just good with words, bro.
yeah, that's I was expecting you to say like, oh yeah, I used to go against like other individuals, like
No, bro. Well, that's what I wanted to say. You think that's what I wanted to say? But shit ain't gonna bite me in the ass later.
for sure. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Next question. Far as we just talked about lyricism,
Mm-hmm.
um, there's some of that on the upcoming album, right?
Yeah, definitely. Coming down is one. Coming down is, I mean, the messaging coming down.
Okay, since you did that, since you just made that face, now I officially want to listen to the song. So I'm gonna be waiting for that. For sure.
Okay.
You, because when you make a face like that, when you're talking about lyricism, like the song is already fire because you just made the face. So I'm just like, okay, yeah. So it's gonna be dope. So I for sure have to vibe out to that as
You
well.
do. You do.
For sure. Um, Let me ask you about your social media pages. You have a YouTube channel.
Yes, I do. Um, the name of it though, that's crazy. Cause I remember I threw in the email address. Now this is what I'm not good at. These passwords and these accounts and stuff like this might be a little overwhelming.
Yeah, it's gonna.
But you can get it to Desi of Unity Beyond Nature. D.E.S.I of Unity Beyond Nature, which is a group that I was in not too long ago.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. The reason I asked for that is after we're done here, like I'm gonna do a stream to YouTube, and
That's cool.
I'm sure I can tag your page somehow. Sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do, and I might go to Twitch too, and I don't really consider Facebook streaming. I'll just post it over there, and then we should yeah, we should be good. Surprisingly, we had a lot of Facebook video views like on our page, so why not throw this on there? And then like, yo, who's this artist?
Put it out there. Put it out there. Put it out there.
More
Now I
music.
appreciate y'all platform for this. You know, this
Yeah.
is really this is good. You know, nobody was thinking about doing it like this. You know, when I ran into you guys, you know, of course everybody's gonna have their preconceived notion or whatever, but you know, sit back, doing my research and looking at you, I'm like, you know what, this is big because people should be, you know, acknowledged for what they do. I like the fact that you guys are open to doing anybody that's doing something.
For sure.
I really like that. Y'all keep it up.
Thank you. We appreciate that. That's the whole goal, is for you guys to get your story out. And it's been working out. And like I said, your interview number
98.
I forgot what interview.
98.
98. Yeah.
I won't forget that. 98, brother.
98. And yeah, I appreciate you as an artist, bro. Like, I can't wait for the album to drop, because you know I'm gonna post it.
Yeah,
like,
and I got you all's email too, so I'll send you invitations to the release party if you guys can make it over from Las Vegas. You know, and if we come that way, we'll reach out.
For sure, sounds good. Last question I have for you: is it really? It's not really a question, but I'm gonna make it a question.
Okay.
You can share everything you wanted to share with us.
I did. All
right, sounds good. Like I said, I'll create a post after this, and I'll tag you in it. I'll stream. And if you want a copy of the video, you can DM me your email, but I believe I have it already. So, yeah, once I download it, I'll send it to you. And
right on.
We'll be good.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you for joining the Keep It 100 podcast today, sir.
God bless. God bless.